last one, please rise for pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, meeting's called to order.
That's a good job, Commissioner. Well, Democrat, you like to do the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the October 23rd meeting.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 4. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve item number 5 as listed on the agenda.
Second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve the item 5, the cash disbursements, electronic transfers. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. Nice to see you make it, Wanda.
I was holding her up.
Because you're next.
We have a service recognition award. This is for 15 years of service in the tax claim. Somebody made it 15 years?
No, she hasn't been 15 years in tax claim.
Wanda Travis, congratulations. Thank you for your services to the county.
Now, Marianne, when she was here for her 10 years, we were supposed to get a clock. And you said you had ordered it on eBay.
Really?
Is that
I don't remember that.
She said you wouldn't remember it.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh, all right, okay. Thank you.
Commissioner,
Thanks, Wanda.
Commissioner Craig doesn't, Mr. Stephen doesn't like the idea, so it's not 9 o'clock. Look, I got 5 after, we go by the clock on the
9
phone.
o'clock by ours.
That one up there says 4 after, I got 5 after, that says 6 after. Good luck.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 7 is listed on your agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 7. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve item number 8 is listed on the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 8, holiday schedule. Questions or comments? Yes.
Do you have any kind of a holiday for Martin Luther King yet? Anything scheduled for that?
No.
Do you know why?
No, courts are still open, magistrates are still open, government services are still open. All in favor?
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 9 is listed on your agenda.
Second.
Motion to approve item 9 by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve item number 10 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 10. Questions or comments? Yes.
I'm just wondering, is it possible you could just read a little bit of this? Because when people watch this on the video, you just say motion number 10 or motion number 9. If you can give like at least a title to it so they know what you're talking about or what you're approving. Can you do that?
No. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 11.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 11 is listed on your agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 11 on the agenda. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve item number 12 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 12 on the agenda. Questions or comments?
Can you explain something what rental assistance program is, or New Milford Creekside Apartments, Neighborhood Stabilization Program? What are these things? Can you give a little synopsis? What this money is being allocated for? And where the grant?
It's a state grant. It comes out of the state, the Pennsylvania Housing. It's an affordability. It's grants to support rental assistance programs for lower income. Also, New Milford Creekside Apartments is the housing unit that was just built down there. They're expanding that. And the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, that's where they put money into housing to try and fix up the houses to take and create housing for low income.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve item number 13 is listed on the agenda.
Is this,
That's last year's money that
this
was.
12's money? Did we use 11's money yet? Did we put it somewhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's already gone over. This is the last section of money that we got over.
Okay. I didn't know that we had used legacy funds the first year. Okay, I'll second it.
Questions or comments? Yes.
And what does it mean, this is a legacy fund?
It's just one of the Act 13 funds from the state. It's money that's allocated toward ag preservation that comes through. And then we transfer it into the ag preservation account, and soil conservation works to help to take and preserve the ag farmland. Yes, Greg?
So that, it's going in an account that's used for the agricultural, so
Right.
that's, which one is it, soil conservation that uses it?
Well, soil conservation administers it.
So it all goes for use for the ag,
Yeah.
any ag program here?
Well, the ag program is the preservation of the ag land.
Do we know how much is in the account? You're adding 36,261.93.
There's a little over 200,000 right now, I believe.
And what, just for my own edification, I didn't know you guys had something like that, and there was that money available, but what do they do and how many people they have doing it? And what do they look
Well,
like?
you can check with soil conservation, they administer it, you can get with those
Are they over at the other building or
down
down there?
there.
Oh, down that, okay.
Laura Holbrook is the administrator.
Great, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve item number 14 is listed on your agenda.
Yeah, second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 14 on the agenda. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve item number 15 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 15 on the agenda. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve item number 16 as listed on your agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 16 on the agenda. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve item number 18 is listed on the agenda.
How about 17?
17.
Yeah, did some, motion to approve item number 17, I'm reading them here, is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 17 on the agenda. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 18.
Want to do 18 now?
Sure, motion to approve item number 18 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 18 on the agenda. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve item number 19 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that. Could I just ask where the forklifts are? What department? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 19. Any other questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve item number 20 is listed on your agenda. I think that advanced, is that corridor?
Corridor, I'm sorry,
Okay.
corridor,
With the
yes.
correction of the spelling.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 20 on the agenda. Questions or comments? Yes.
Could you please explain what the significance of this motion is? I have no idea what you're talking about. You need to read the bill.
Yeah, we have-
By accident, there you are.
All right. It's our, It's our health insurance for the county for all the employees. What this is it's a separate fund that's established with the county. We have an account with Benecon, and we put so much money in there to take care of our self-insured health insurance, and that's what this represents. And our health insurance costs this year went up by only 1% in the upcoming year.
Thank you.
Now, not to say that future years, when that wonderful healthcare program kicks into full swing, that it won't have a direct effect on it. But currently, for the next year, we're only 1% increase.
Just lie on the application, you get a full subsidy.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I make a motion to approve item number 21 is listed on your agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 21 on the agenda. Questions or comments? Yes, sir.
What is a room tax grant?
They, each year there's a tax on the hotel rooms that gets paid, and it comes into the county and the Treasurer's Department, and then it gets transferred to the Visitors Bureau, and a percentage of that comes back in grants to help to promote tourism in the county. So people have to take and apply for the grants. People like the Forest City Business Alliance, they do things. The library, the Montrose Restoration Committee, Old Mill Village, the Rails and Trails, those are just some of them that apply for grants. And then what it does is if it promotes tourism to take and come in, that money then gets spent. That's through that whole thing was created through the Tourism Committee through Harrisburg. Any other questions?
And
Yes.
where's the grants coming from? Is it coming from the state?
No. Again, money is collected from the hotels and a tax on the hotel rooms.
Uh-huh.
You stay in a room, you pay a tax. Any other
Is
questions?
this an additional tax?
A new tax? No, it's been here for quite a while,
2001.
2001.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, public comment. Bruce?
Nothing to do with the agenda, but have either one of the commissioners taken note of what the flag looks like outside? Is that going to be repaired soon?
It's going to be repaired, yes.
Thank you.
Could they,
I'm sorry.
sorry, could they take that down because it's an abomination? And it's a desecration, should not stand the way it is.
All right, we're good, taking care. Greg?
A few months ago, we toured two senators from New York State and 3 assembly members. This is going out as an op-ed from Senator Latimer, who's a New York State sitting senator. Fracking, it sounds like it could be a dirty word. More and more I'm starting to think it should be. Fracking is short for hydraulic fracturing, controversial drilling technique that involves forcing millions of gallons of water and thousands of gallons of chemicals and intense pressure deep into the shale to blast out the desired gas. Its proponents claim fracking will do wonders for New York State. I have my doubts, and after a recent trip to Pennsylvania, I'm even more convinced that fracking is just too dirty and dangerous for New York. This summer, I went to tour Susquehanna County, one of Pennsylvania's most active locations for shale gas drilling. My colleague in State Senate, Tony Avella, as well as Assembly members David Buchwald, Shelley Mayer, and Steve Otis joined me to see the impacts of fracking firsthand. We'd all heard about the problems and the promises of economic benefit, and we felt it was critical to get the full experience of fracking to see how it could affect our communities. What we learned about fracking in Pennsylvania has left me more committed than ever to banning fracking in New York. Fracking has released a Pandora's box of dangerous chemicals in the communities near the drilling sites, presenting a serious risk to public health. Homes, farms, churches, and businesses in the area have had their water contaminated as methane and other gases released by nearby fracking entered local water supplies. One home actually exploded after gas accumulated in the basement floor through a floor drain. Perhaps even more alarming, many of the chemicals used in Pennsylvania fracking can cause skin, eye, and sensory organ damage, asthma, and other respiratory problems. Gastrointestinal and liver disease, harm to the brain and nervous system, cancers, and even reproductive problems. As if these threats weren't disturbing enough, there's even evidence that fracking in Pennsylvania triggered earthquakes as far away as Ohio from the injection wells and fault lines in the region. For years, I've joined other elected officials, health experts, and concerned citizens to raise the alarm about the potential dangers of fracking. Recently, I voted for a moratorium on fracking so we could fully assess the risk before committing to such a controversial practice. Now, after seeing the drills and gas compressors in person and talking with local residents about their experiences with fracking in their own communities, I'm certain our concerns are well-founded. Fracking in New York State would threaten our homes, our businesses, our farms, or even our bodies. There's no doubt about it, fracking is too dirty for our state. That's signed Senator George Latimer, New York State. And the reason I read that today is I'm finding it interesting that we can tour 100 different people from all around the world, including elected officials from New York. And not one of our elected officials, nor any elected official from Pennsylvania has ever come down to see, or come up to see what's going on, especially the people who represent us. So frankly, I'm embarrassed that we get letters. That's not the first one. Senator Carlucci did an op-ed after we toured him earlier in the year this year that was about the same flavor, but this is what they're coming off in New York State when they come down with. I'm just wondering why nobody here sees any of the problems. I understand the good part, because I understand people are getting money and there's some tax benefit and Act 13 money. My concern is, why do people have to come in from out of the country and out of the state to see what's going on and actually react it this way? I mean, they have no skin in the game. They don't have this going on there. But they certainly come in and open their eyes and get shown things. And that's my issue is, when are our own elected officials, whether they're sitting in this room or anywhere in this state, going to come and see what's really going on in our area so we can have a real dialogue? This is not about pro, anti. This is about reality, so we can survive this fun and excitement into the next 10, 20, 50 years. So that's my main focus is, maybe we can look at this from a local perspective too and get a little grip on it. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Alton?
I just wondered if you'd tell us for sure what's going on with Penn State on the extension secretary.
I'm sorry, what?
What's going on with Penn State on the extension secretary?
You wanna answer that?
No, you're good.
Well, as far as we know, we have no clue. Penn State secretary works for Penn State, they don't work for the county, so you'd have to talk to Penn State. We don't employ anybody at Penn State. So Penn State makes the decision who works for them and who doesn't.
Grace comes under Penn State, or
What?
does Kim Grace come under Penn State, or?
Again, all those people down there work for Penn State, they do not work for the county. Yes.
I think Alton's referring to the county's share of, the county share for paying Kim's Grace's salary. You know, I will say, the administrative assistant was wonderful helping me last year. We went out to 396 first grade students, teaching them about poison prevention and Mr. Yuck through Master Gardeners. And now I'm gearing up to do that again. I'm getting the letters out to the schools, but we visited 6 school districts and 1 private school, and the one school that didn't participate last year promised to participate this year. But I don't think I could have done it without the assistance of the administrative assistant.
Do you have any comment on, along 267, the road signs are embossed now or decorated with a graffiti? And we just heard a report that there's a graffiti happening in Towanda. Usually when you start seeing the same symbol repeated on signs, etc. around, it's a symbol or an indication that there's some sort of a gang activity. Do you have any comment on that, or do you have any knowledge about this?
I don't have any knowledge of any gang activity that I'm aware of in the area. As far as the graffiti, you know, there's always graffiti in different areas that we see that usually kids do. I'm not sure who's responsible for the graffiti that you're talking about, but I'm sure the authorities are working on it.
We've never seen it before. It's usually when we see it, it's an indication there's something that's going on. It's an underlying problem. So I'm just wondering.
I'm not aware of anything, and I haven't been notified by any of the law enforcement agencies that there's anything going on. So.
Motion to adjourn?
Yes. Sure.
We're having more people that need water in our county because they're near gas drilling and fracking, and they've lost their water, and they need deliveries, and they can't afford it. And we also have more people complaining about air quality changes near the compressor stations, so that they're having difficulty with all the emissions. Can we use any Act 13 money to deliver water to people and put in emission controls on the compressor stations that remove the emissions to almost zero? Can we use any of that money?
Okay. Motion to adjourn,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we do have a salary, do
Nine.
we have a salary?
918. It's the third page from the down.
Yeah.
Second page.
Motion to approve item number 3 as listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 3. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
What do you do?
She was saying it.
Abstain?
She wasn't
I
here.
missed the meeting. I
Ah,
went first instead of.
gotcha, okay.
Item 4.
Motion to approve item number 4 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 4 on the agenda. Questions or comments? Yes.
Is that the same one that we talked about last time?
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry. Yes?
So that makes 3.
Right.
2 from the last time, 2 full, 1 part-time, and then
Right.
3. And then it was a total of 13 full-time?
Total 14 full-time.
14,
14 full-time.
thank you. Aye.
Item
Aye,
5.
somebody. Motion to approve item number 5 is listed on the agenda. Hello.
Second it.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 5 on the agenda. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. Wait.
Yeah.
Let's add an item number 6. The
Item-
treasurer brought up an issue, I think I agree with her. The holiday schedule should be approved by the salary board.
So you
So I make a motion to approve the 2014 holiday schedule that we approved at the commissioners' meeting,
Mhm.
seek approval through the salary board as well. You
Second.
okay with that, Kurt?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, seconded by Treasurer Bendick to approve the holiday schedule. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any public comment to the salary board?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay?
This is more in response, it's for this one, but also previous. This is an advertised public meeting. If it's supposed to start at 9:00 and I get in here, and that sets on Greenwich time, it doesn't set on whatever that is. So that's the only reason I was showing it. It's fine if you wanna start the meeting 5 minutes early, but you're really not supposed to because it's listed at 9 o'clock. Plus we had snow out, so that's interesting, but I don't care what the clock on that says, or that one on the wall says. And you guys can check real time, I mean, it doesn't matter, if all these clocks got 5 minutes fast or 5 minutes slow, that's not the real time for people to get here. So all I'm standing up for is anybody that thinks they're getting here at 9 and you guys are already starting like I did. I thought I was late till I looked at that, and that updates by the second, it doesn't worry about who forgot to set that properly or that one on the wall.
And that
was
phone
the
can
reason.
never be wrong.
That was it, that's not the issue.
And that device can never be wrong.
They update automatically.
It can never be wrong.
Alan, if I wanna challenge me, dial time
I'll
on here.
challenge you,
Okay.
but don't tell me it's
Dial,
perfect.
okay, it's not, dial time, and if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong, but will you say you're wrong if you're wrong?
Motion to adjourn.
I got 2 other
Second.
announcements. Bruce,
Thank you.
yes?
Address an issue that was in the regular meeting, would you grant me that, a couple of
Sure.
minutes on that? Last week, there was a show on public television, Montrose, Our Town, and it was basically, it highlighted a lot of good things about Montrose, and how friendly it is, and how rustic it is, and how nice it is, and everybody's happy and pleased. And you may not like this, but I want to relate this back to the gas issue, because God forbid something does happen, Montrose, our town, economically, would cease to exist. So I just thought, a personal comment, as commissioners, you may not have the legal authority to do anything, because it's going to get kicked back to the EPA and the DEP and all that. But I really think you need to take a more active role in actually looking at this issue, instead of just kind of, we know something might be coming and there's nothing we can do about it right now. I think you should start looking at it, because once one of those things blows, Montrose, our town, will be Montrose, the exit sign. Thank you.
Bruce, you got your hand up?
Yes, I just wanted to say, can you decide which clock system to use? Because I would say cell phones are the most
We use
accurate.
the clock here on the table.
Well, can you consider the cell phone as a clock system, especially now that
We
we're
use
going
this
into
clock here.
winter? And what is that clock system based on?
Based on the internet system.
It is?
Two other announcements, the budget will be presented to the public on Monday. It will be on the counter for review, it'll also be advertised in the paper. This year's budget is less than last year's budget by about $138,000. So, with that, motion to adjourn?
Do you have any public meetings for the budget?
No.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren, all in favor?
Aye.
We are
9:23.
You'll be totally better send the buckets then?
What is the earliest that you can come?
Be nicer if we
Get
had a
into this
table
room.
and set up.
Is it
Usually
like
about
a
10 up,
DJ, huh?
quarter.
Maybe get your podium.
Thank you.
We thought about it. Pull a chair right up.
Sit down.